Hello everyone, my name is Cletus and welcome to the Clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But before I get into this video, have you watched the previous ad? Okay, if you skipped it, then please watch the other ads that are coming. Other than that, guys, please do me a favor by smashing the like button because, guys, it helps this YouTube channel to go fetch more honorable members of the clan so that we can grow, so that we can have a great discussion about what exactly is going on in the Gauteng High Court, particularly in Judge Ratha's courtroom, because whatever it is that's going on there, it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer every single day that this fabrication, they are going to defend it to the last bone they have in their bodies or under their skin, whatever the case is. But other than that, guys, before we go any further, I just want to give a big shout out to Nanded Designs 209, who basically directed me exactly where I can get this audio that I'm about to play. So basically, Nanded Design said that the audio, you will get it on timestamp 49 minutes 47 seconds to 50 minutes to 34 seconds. This is a court procession of the 17th of April 2024, and exactly that is what I did. It's so unfortunate that Advocate Mnisi conceded to something that he was correct about, but anyways, you be the judge. Here it is.
Just put the relevant annex on record. Annex 6, here it shows that there was communication between all the accused before court. There was communication between 27. I'll explain that, but yeah, I'll explain it now in my next paragraph. I'll explain it. But there's all the numbers that was identified and the communication between. There was communication vice versa between all the.
Okay, so you guys heard it for yourselves. This is exactly what Host said, and he denied it. Whether he's saying that he abstracted that from the data that was collected by Steyn or by himself, he said it nonetheless. So why was he denying it? Why did he confuse Advocate Mnisi so much so that I believe that Mnisi, the reason why he conceded, not because he was wrong, I think because he just did not want to deal with the judge, because he really needed to not to be present today in court. So the only way to actually be absent in court is to say, listen, I made a mistake and this is whatnot, and that's how it ended. But I felt that Host himself, there's no way that he did not listen to himself saying what he just said. I thought maybe honorably, like an honorable person with a reputation according to Ratha, he could have said, actually, Mr. Mnisi was correct, but since he conceded, now that his apology is on record, then we will leave it there. But I did say what he says I said. But you know how they say there's no honor amongst, Anyways, guys, here's another thing that shocked me out of my socks. When Advocate Khumalo, I know I'm just mixing things here. When Advocate Khumalo was questioning the liar / I don't know / I am wasting taxpayers' money by getting a salary every single month just to come to the court and not assisted in anything. And yet I am an investigator in the most high-profile case ever in South Africa. And definitely I'm going to have the judge here speak for me. And the judge spoke for her when it came to the DNA. The judge said it's not true that the DNA expert said that the results were negative. He said they were inconclusive, which is another lie that the judge is telling, because the DNA expert, correct me if I'm wrong, said in South African DNA testing and results, there is no such a thing as inconclusive results. There is either positive or negative. This is when Judge Ratha started arguing with the DNA expert and said, but when it's inconclusive, and then the man once again said, listen, there is no such a thing as inconclusive DNA results in South Africa. It's either or, no in between. And then Ratha brings his argument that he had with the DNA expert who said to him it must be positive or negative, and he said it was inconclusive. I felt that Advocate Nxumalo, even though I understand that he says he's going to go back to the record, he should have stood his ground and said, listen, I am going to go with this argument until the record says otherwise or agrees with the judge. So it's clear that the judge, in his mind, in his judgment, he is going to include the DNA results by saying that he decides, or the court decides, that they were there in the Khumalo house on the 26th of October 2014. Because, inconclusive it's not neither here, neither there. It's just in the middle. We don't have a positive answer. We don't have a negative answer. That's basically what inconclusive means. So in his judgment, clearly he was going to convict the 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyer on the basis of his own understanding of how DNA results work. Wow. And then I could literally feel Miss Mkhola's relief and the breath of sigh, oh, thank you, goodness gracious. I don't know how I was going to answer that one. So clearly she was not going to be sure how to answer that question. And then, of course, the Advocate Nxumalo, he then said, he's going to check the record, what he said. And Mr. Nxumalo, I can tell you that I remember very well the DNA expert saying there's no such a thing as inconclusive DNA results. It's either it's 99.999%, either or, not in between. I know, people, we are in trouble. I'm telling you. Then after Mr. Khumalo came, Mr. Nxumalo. Mr. Nxumalo came with guns blazing, of course. She showed that I ain't taking no bull from anybody from the time this court case resumed this year. I think she was like, you know what, with the Ratha, this is how you and I are going to treat each other. And I think Judge Ratha realized that real quick, because how he's treating her these days is a little bit different from how we used to do that. He doesn't argue with her. He doesn't cut her off. He lets her speak, which is great. That way, Miss Nxumalo is able to submit as much as she can, as well as remember all her pointers in order. Now, one of the pointers that she had in order when she asked Miss Mkhola about the warrant of arrest for Kelly Khumalo, because hey, she's always known for the past 6 years that Ms. Khumalo is implicated in 636 and in 375. I like how Advocate Nxumalo also officially introduced docket 375. I thought that Baloyi was going to stand up and object to that docket, or Ratha himself say, I do not know what you are talking about. I am not going to listen to this evidence because there's a docket that is not before me. That's what I thought he was going to say, but, well, clearly the state knows about 375, and then Ratha obviously, I think he probably knows that 375 does exist, and it is damning to the state, because the truth of the matter is there is no way that you have 2 separate dockets, and then only one it is playing or saying that it's there in court. What about the other one? What is the strategy with the other one? How is it going to exonerate the people that were in the Khumalo house on the 26th of October 2014? Because that is the strategy. That is the cover-up. The cover-up, I believe that the cover-ups, there are about 3 cover-ups here. 3 cover-ups. And one of that cover-up is to cover up the person that pulled the trigger, the person that came with the revolver to the Khumalo house looking for his girlfriend, found her, and then he had all kinds of accusations on her. Where did she sleep? In that tiny house of Senzo Meyer in Malberton, and all that stuff, and then Senzo is shot and killed. And then the other thing that was quite interesting is the question of Kelly Khumalo communicating with accused number 5. Why is she not in prison for that? And how is the MPA is going to explain itself about that? Who are they protecting? What was the reason that docket 375 was not part of 636? Or at least incorporate everybody in dockets 375 and 636, and then they become accused number 1 to 12. What kept that away from happening? I'm very interested to hear. And the person that needs to come understand and explain this, it's not Baloyi. It is the NDPP, the National Directorate of National Prosecution, needs to come there. I think her name is Shamila Batori. She needs to come understand and explain this decision, because this decision has turned this case into a circus. This is a miscarriage of justice. Because we want to know why the 7 people that were with Senzo Mayor on the 26th of October 2014 are not arrested. Why they are not part of the accused. It was also quite interesting to see Mr. Mgomezulu standing up and basically putting on record that as of the time he started coming on board with this case, he had asked the state for the application for 205 or Section 205 of the Criminal Procedure Act. And to date, he does not have any of those documents in his possession. Of course, Mr. Baloyi stood up and said, yeah, that's because it's packaged in the disk that is not working. And then you ask yourself, these are not working? Hey, things are just a mess when it comes to the state. And the state always has something to excuse itself about, which to me says, we're just buying a little bit more time. We are still in the kitchen. That pot just went onto the fire. Can you wait until it is well cooked? Then I will dish it up to y'all. That's how it sounds like to me. It's not because the discs are not working. These discs, they were tampered with because they do not possess or do not have these documents that Advocate Nxumalo is looking for and Mr. Mgomezulu is looking for. And of course, Mr. Khumalo as well is looking for the 2 of the numbers that he has in his possession regarding his client. And finally, for me, it is becoming very clear why Kelly Khumalo is not on the list of witnesses. Because they need to make sure that she does not take the stand. But at the same time, you are opening her up for subpoenas and even getting arrested. Because once she's arrested, I keep saying this, if Kelly Khumalo is arrested and she knows she is not involved in the commissioning of the death of her boyfriend and the father of her child, and she's facing a life sentence, trust and believe me, this girl will sing like a canary. She'll say, whoa, whoa, I'm done with this life, because there's no way that my freedom is going to be jeopardized. There's no way that my children are going to be without a mother, with a mother, but from behind bars, and she will be watching her children grow by visiting her from behind bars. There is no way she's going to put herself through that. And secondly, she's living a lavish lifestyle because of her music career. Who is going to dump that and go to a orange jumpsuit? She is not going to do that. So arrest her. When you arrest her, that is when the truth comes out. They will rat each other out. So maybe it is a good thing that 375 was cast asunder so that it exposes, Kelly Khumalo to arrest. All these questions are now surrounding her like vultures. And at the end of the day, she needs to drop. After dropping, she needs to tell the truth. Who killed Senzo Meyiwa while she was there looking with her own eyes and saw the father of her child last breath coming out of his body, looking at the person with the barrel of the gun still pointing down at her man. She needs to tell that story. She's the one who holds the key to the person who killed Senzo Meyiwa, held criminally liable, as well as all of them as well for concealing the truth and for malicious prosecution, wrongful arrest of the 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. I'm just so sad that there are bodies as a result of this particular case. In my opinion, there were people that had to die because they were ready to tell the truth, or they already told the truth in a form of a statement, but they could not have this because the person or people they're trying to cover up for are going to be exposed. They're going to lose their jobs. They're going to get arrested. There's going to be prosecution. Even the prosecutor himself, Mr. Baloyi, he stands himself in a very bad position with this case because he himself misled not only the court, but misled the country. Perjury. Malicious prosecution on innocent people in this matter. Well, that is all, guys, that I picked up that happened today. Of course, with Sergeant Mukhola, what can we say? What can we say? All she does is come to court, and what does she do when she's in court, by the way? She says she comes there to submit dockets. We see her scribbling, like viciously scribbling, cooking. Is she not aware that there are cameras in court? Cooking. So they can deny this, that, oh, yeah, this is an insult. How can we, hey, country? Yeah, it is. You guys are getting exposed. No South African that is right in their mind believe all this nonsense. This is a circus, and this circus that has come to town, it is sucking dry the taxpayers. Case in point, Mukhola. What is she getting the salary for? What is that whole court case unit is about? How come we don't know about it? How much of a budget does it go into that department? Who are innocent people that they're about to go after this case? No, I'm so sorry, guys. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody, and that is super thanking the channel and supporting it financially. I highly appreciate you guys so very much. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what did you think about today's procedure in court. Yeah, I've seen all your comments about Mukhola and the whole thing, that there is a plan between Mukhola and Gininda. Gininda's like, oh, leave it all to me. All you have to do is deny, deny, deny. I will come there and I'll just keep giving them criminal law 101. I will not answer the question. I'm going to go around in circles. I'm going to irritate the living daylight out of the court as well as South Africans. I'm not going to give straight answers when I just deny, deny, deny. Just put everything on me. I will get there, and this is exactly what I'm going to do. I think that's the plan. Everybody that said that in the comment section, I think that's the plan. Because at the end of the day, how is Mukhola assisting the court to come to a conclusion? Or at least with this court, we think that now they're working together. Why are the same things? States, the judge, why are the same? Mukhola, everybody. Everybody. Somebody is being protected, or some people are being protected. I think it's 3 people that are being protected, possibly 4, but I think it's 3. And you already know who those 3 people are. Other than that, guys, please also share this video far and wide, and I'll see you next time with a new video. Goodbye. Don't forget to watch the ads. Thanks.